title of this message is not because I'm about to make a "Thus said the Lord" proclamation. It is because of prophecy. Prophecy has a way of aging. It's either going to age like fine wine or it's going to age like milk. If you leave wine or milk, I can say wine and milk, out for a period of a week at room temperature, one is going to age and the other is going to go sour. For some individuals, they will say that the Lord has said things and they're proclaiming things in the Lord's name. But given time, those things will age. It will either age like wine or age like milk. Examples. In not First Samuel, but in Jeremiah 27, the Lord had Jeremiah prophesy, and he told the people about not believing their prophets, their soothsayers, their diviners, or whosoever gives a message or messages contrary to what the Lord was having Jeremiah say. Then lo and behold, in Jeremiah 28, Hananiah the prophet was prophesying exactly the things the Lord told the people through Jeremiah not to listen to. Now, both prophecies from the prophets aged, but Hananiah's prophecy aged like sour milk. In fact, by the end of Jeremiah 28, Hananiah, for falsely prophesying, for leading people into rebellion, or at least trying to do so, he died. Likewise, in 1 Kings 22, we see an example of conflicting prophecies. Ahab's prophets, all 400 of them, were prophesying that Ahab should go to battle at Ramoth Gilead and he would be successful. But Micaiah showed up at the request of Ahab through King Jehoshaphat. And when Micaiah showed up, he had something contrary to say. He let Ahab know that if he went to battle at Ramoth Gilead, that he would die. In fact, the Lord had orchestrated it. And despite having information, Ahab and Jehoshaphat went along also. He almost lost his life, but God spared him. But by the end of that battle, by the end of that day, you could tell which prophets had spoken the word of the Lord. In Jeremiah 28, I believe verse 9, Jeremiah spoke about prophets who have prophesied of peace and things in times past. But you'll know the prophet whom the Lord has sent when the word of that prophet comes to pass. So by the end of 1 Kings 22, we find out that those 400 prophets prophesy falsely, and Micaiah had actually given the word of the Lord. So in time, you'll know if a person has prophesied the word of the Lord, because it either ages like wine or like sour milk.